everyone. Welcome back to Small Talk with Tish and Larry. We are here once again, and I'm Tish, and this is my co-host.
I'm the Larry.
That's the Larry. We're here for a second round this week. I get to chime in on some current events and get my laugh on with him as I always do, on and off camera. So the thing is, do we have to do the introduction, or are we gonna just jump into all the drama going on this week over the internet and in the world today?
Well, I would say let's go ahead and jump into it
Let's do
because
it.
we've had some news.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
All
So where
right.
we starting off with?
First, we got Tory Lanez was just
Ooh.
attacked in prison. He was stabbed 14 times.
Mm-hmm.
7 in the back. I think they said 4 in the torso, 2 in the back of his head.
Wow.
Once in the face. Both his lungs collapsed,
Gracious, Tory.
and so he was put on a breathing machine. But they say he's breathing on his own now. He's talking, and I think he even tweeted.
He tweeted, or somebody probably doing it for him at the moment.
I'm assuming he did it,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I thought that was just crazy.
it is. I mean, I know there's probably people that is looking at it as this is your karma, but for me, I just don't. I hate to hear that about him. I hate to see something like that happen to anyone, and the fact that really you don't know in life in general, but it's the fact that you may think you're okay in a place like that, and he's probably making connections with people, trying to have people on the side to keep him protected, and it backfired some type of way, like someone still got an issue with you, and could have been a Megan Thee Stallion fan. You never know, but it's just like you hate to see that happen to somebody, because his life could have been taken today. That is really awful, and it's just I often wonder, like I know it's gotta be a scary feeling just not knowing how these people feel about you in this pretty much confined spaces like that.
Yeah.
It could have been his cellmate, could have been something gone wrong where somebody wanted something from him and he didn't get it for him, but you can never really tell. But just I do pray for Tory. Pray he continues to heal and that he'll be all right. But that is crazy.
I know they said it happened at 7:20 this morning. Okay.
Probably very light. Like officers probably not really
Changing shields.
Yeah, probably not really thinking. I mean, you don't know in that type of job when somebody pop off though. So
That's true.
that is crazy that happened to him that early in the morning.
But this is based on that. This is my question to you. Okay, he has a 10-year sentence.
It's a long time. He hasn't even done 5 years.
He has a 10-year sentence, but this has happened. All right, if he makes the wrong decision, that 10-year sentence could easily turn into a 25. What do you do?
The thing is, are you saying him retaliating against someone?
Yes.
If he, I don't know what a person like that really can do except try to, I guess, keep people around you that could probably be protection for you. Like I know a lot of people probably do that in prison, because I know he's of a smaller stature anyway, like that. But I don't know, because you can't just be letting somebody do that to you. You can't just be letting someone just think they can just harm you anytime they get ready.
But he also has to be careful as far as having somebody around him for protection,
Right?
because it's no different than on the street. If I give you $10,000 to take that guy out, I just put a hit on you.
Right.
And if you get caught for it, but you gonna tell everybody that I paid you to do it. So we right back to 10-year sentence turning into 25.
Because talking about the one that did that to him, the guy that
if he pays somebody $10,000 to take care of that guy, and you get caught for it,
and that's what Dirk is dealing with right now.
And that's what Dirk dealing with.
Man, like you really in a lose-lose situation with that.
So do you retaliate, or do you get them to move you to PC?
And in PC, you're not around anybody. Or is that the one where you're just? I'm thinking about solitary confinement. It's not nothing like that. Like,
from my understanding, you're around lesser like you around like snitches and stuff like that. People that already they need protection. So
that, I mean, I would say
smaller population.
I would say with that happening to him, definitely. I mean, there's no reputation to keep when something like this happens to you. Like, you gotta maintain your safety and maintain making it out of that prison until that 10 years is up. So put me there. Don't waste another minute. Let me go.
And based on his name, isn't he Muslim?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure about his religion.
Because his name is Daystar. His dad's name is Sunstar.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me wonder, like what type of religion or what type of religious.
I could Google it for you right quick if you like.
Yeah.
Let's see. I never really checked into his religion or anything like that, but yeah, I would advise Tory. Yeah, that PC sounding real good right now. Like, it's not even a debate. Like, I mean, we love the squads and the cliques and the ones the ruffians, but you got to make it out that 10-year sentence. So
yeah, because this ain't your life.
Yeah, after going through this and you're not even like close to the end. Nah. Let's see.
And see, like I was just looking at it because if he is Muslim, then there's going to be retaliation.
So with the guys in there that's underneath the Islam, yeah, I believe
there's going to be retaliation anyway. But he just can't have himself connected to it because that's going to, like I said, that's going to turn.
He's of the Christian faith. That's what it is.
I was just looking at the names, but I don't know. But he got some real thinking to do. Like if the police, not the police, but if the guards already know who did it, then most likely that person will probably be transferred, or he will probably get transferred.
Okay.
So, and I'm just assuming because I don't think that if there's an issue that happens like that, they would try to separate you from that.
I'm thinking Tory has been in there a little while though, right? Just like maybe 2 years, maybe 1 year.
Yeah.
And he's been cool and been okay. So I'm wondering, did something go wrong with with him paying someone, or did he owe somebody? Is this a new person coming in trying to make a name for themselves? Like, because you haven't heard anything like that happening to him.
I mean, well, we ain't got the prison news, but
yeah, I know. But I mean, you'll see him. He's posted in pictures with groups of guys, and he's living his best life. And it's like, I wonder if something happened with a person that he got cool with, or they just fell out. It was bad terms. And
I was listening. Happened. Did you listen to the album?
No.
I was listening to certain stuff he said on the album.
What'd he say?
Like referring to stuff that's going on in jail on the album.
Oof.
So it's like, hell, he could have been
revealed too much.
Yeah, he could have talked too much on the album because you're trying to get your story across to us as far as how you're living in there. Because he was talking about hitting people with a lock and a sock and all of that. Like, that's nothing, but you don't know.
But was that lock and a sock, did he attack that person with it? Or was he speaking on behalf of, he saw that happening to somebody?
You never know. And then, like,
and I'm thinking on tour, we saw out of prison. Tour was a little rough.
Yeah.
Like we heard, we saw and heard some things on it was a little Tubi documentation where he was a little rough around the edges. Like he run up on people, and I wonder, was it a fact someone maybe was jumped? It's just making me think, like, if you've been protected this long, it seems like someone wanted to retaliate against you because you did something to them. That's what it seems like.
That could possibly be. Like, I don't think it's a
random thing.
It ain't random. It's definitely not random.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well, because he's been there for a while. That prison, he's been there for a minute. So I know you got some connections with some guys, and probably then, because it was said that it was the Casanova guy he said something about him sending him something, and I'm not sure what he gave other people that's around him in that same facility, but I don't know, it just seemed weird all of a sudden that happens to him like that.
I mean, you can send people stuff, but you can't talk about everything.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's where my mind went, is you might have said something that you ain't had no business saying.
My vibe that I'm getting is someone was attacked and they retaliated against him.
And you could definitely tell it was planned.
He definitely is giving, like, is it the one, to me it's one of two things. You did something to someone, they retaliated against you, or it could be someone trying to make a name for themselves. And it has nothing to do with him doing anything. It's just the fact that you're a star and you're in here with me, so I'm trying to make a name for myself.
Yep. But I just say prayers up to him.
Definitely prayers up for Tory. I know people don't like him, but my heart is just, I don't wish bad on anybody. I just hope he heals and hopefully he changes change his ways around, his life around while he's in there, to get out and become a better person.
Yeah, you ain't got to be the toughest guy on the yard. You know what I'm saying? But this is going to be one of those ego things. Like, either you retaliate or you don't, and it's going to be hard for him not to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
even if that guy has been removed, that guy got homeboys. You know what I'm saying? So like to see them every day, like that's gonna be crazy, as far as you seeing the people and you think they probably just laughing about it and all of that. Like, and then the fact that his lungs collapsed, like, this man's music career could be over.
Because then something like that happened to Beanie Siegel. Yep. When he was shot, it did something to his voice.
They had to remove a piece of his lung. You know what I'm saying? When Tupac got killed, like, the first thing that they was talking about was how they had to remove a lung. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's nothing to play with, man. That's horrible. I hate to hear that anyone going through something like that, especially like being stabbed that many times, like, that's got to be a life-changing experience for him. Like, he's probably not going to be fully himself after that. That's a lot. Hopefully he can heal, back to his normal self, but that's a lot to go through.
Yep. But yeah, prayers up to him.
Definitely.
And I guess we'll move on. Okay. Diddy dirty money, literally. What have you heard, Tish? What have you heard?
What have I heard? I was scrolling today. There's been a lot of pop-ins, a lot of info on Mr. Sean Combs today. Involved something that we do every day, but in the form of, it was brought into the bedroom, I'm assuming. They're saying that I guess in the court conversations that Diddy, I don't know if he made Cassie do this thing, saying that she was urinated, not on, but in her mouth by an escort that I guess Diddy brought into the bedroom. And my only question is, are these people actually being forced to do these things with Diddy, or they just doing it because there's a prize at the end of the thing, at the end of the event? Because there's no way. I love you a lot. I love money. Don't get me wrong. But those two can never go together with me. I don't care. It can never happen.
So let me get this straight. During these freak offs,
definitely a freak off. So the name stands corrected.
Diddy would pay an escort.
She was brought into not the relationship, brought into, I'm guessing, the bedroom. Yeah.
And an escort would urinate in Cassie's mouth.
That was what was reported, and I said, "There's no way, Cassie. There's nothing." Either Cassie was, like we already saw, being abused, but I would have had to try to escape that night. Like, I would have said, hold on, I have to run out, like my stomach's bubbling, something. He would have never saw me again. He would have never seen me again. I'm grabbing the keys wherever they are, and I'm booking it. There's no way.
All right. People may not like me saying this. All right,
what are you doing? Where are you going?
There's a thin line between a willing participant and abuse. All right. all of them was on that old stuff.
Drugs.
Yes, all of them was on that.
Okay.
So I think she had a little habit.
This is
Cassie.
Okay.
I think she had a habit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a willing participant.
But when is it too much? Like, that's crazy. That has to be.
She never mentioned it.
That has to be on the level of, I'm a prisoner in this relationship. There's no way that's a kink that you enjoyed. There's no way.
But what if it is? She never mentioned it.
And who would want to mention something like that if you're forced to do it?
If you trying to bury this person, you would tell all the deep and dirty secrets.
You still gotta live though, Larry. You still gotta be out in the world. You don't want somebody to know something like that.
Like I said,
I wouldn't personally be like, yeah, and he did this and he did that. You're gonna try to keep it as discreet as possible. That's not something that you want the world to know. So I don't know if that's something she willingly was a part of. That had to be something she was forced to do.
I don't know about that part being forced on her. Like I said, the urinating and stuff, I think they probably all on that stuff, and it was a part of whatever they had going on.
Do you think there's any drug you could get on that would let someone do that to you?
Hell no.
That's how I know it couldn't have been willingly. There's no.
But,
I mean, like I said, we don't know what everybody's into. We don't. But I swear, Diddy would have never saw me again after that. When I tell you, he would have never seen me in his lifetime after that would have been brought into just in any type of conversation. Because how do you even get to the point of telling someone, yeah, that's the next step tonight. This is what we're about to do.
But it probably didn't. It probably wasn't that, though. It probably wasn't the fact of, yeah, I want to see you piss on her. Like, it probably wasn't that. It probably was in the midst of whatever they doing. That's what happened.
Whatever miss that is, I don't want no part of it. That's crazy to me. That is insane. But I wonder if this is going to tear him down even more? However they bring it, when they brought it up, is this going to make people look at him, the jurors look at him even worse? Like, this man is sick. Like, he's a sick bastard or something. Like, is it going to make it worse on Diddy? Like, anything they bring up, if this isn't the worst thing he's made her do, I wonder if it's in their top level. Like, yeah, he's sick.
Why is everything him making her do it?
I just feel that's how they're going to spin a narrative on him. If they can't prove that, if they have a way of proving like she was willingly participating in these things, then he's good.
I mean, but like, his lawyer is going to try to make it
seem like she was forced.
No. His lawyer is going to try to make it seem like she was
her lawyer.
She was a willing participant.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, yeah, everybody else is going to make it seem like she was forced.
But with the only way to see if you are willing is if the tape shows you like maybe enjoying it or something like that. She better hope she looks sad on him.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
she better hope she's crying and asking him, please don't let me, because if it's any look of it's enjoyment, that's going out the door.
Like, it goes to the Shannon Sharpe story for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the girl said that she felt obligated to go through the stuff with Shannon Sharpe. That man did not put your keys in the ignition to drive over there.
Right.
You got to the house on this particular occasion. You got to the house. He opened the door, turned around, went to the bedroom. You felt obligated to follow him to the bedroom. You felt obligated to sleep with him. Like, where's the forcing?
This is the one that was getting paid all the money.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, it makes me think of that. Like, is it gonna be another one of them stories where she felt obligated to do this for Diddy? She felt obligated, like
there's to me in a relationship. I don't think I don't know if it's that they really care for the men that they're in a relationship with. Now it's probably just it's probably like a job for them, because they know something is coming to them afterwards, like some type of money, some type of gift, some type of something they've always wanted, because these men are millionaires. That's the only thing I can think of. But
so is that forcing?
I can't say that's forcing. But if you're starting to get to the point where these men are holding you against your will, or doing abusive things towards you to make you do these things, then it's forcing. Now, if they can prove that there's abuse going on, and he told me if I didn't do this, he would hurt me, then it's going to be an issue where these people are probably going to do time for doing this.
How was she able to leave?
Who?
Cassie.
I'm not for sure. I guess she just finally got tired
and left.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Like,
could Cassie have said, I have something on you, and if you don't let me leave, I'm going to reveal it?
I mean, they could spin it how they want to. I just know. I'm saying.
See. But what if that's the case with her? That she was being abused, she was being hurt, and she finally got enough stuff on him that she said, if you don't allow me to leave, I'm going to cause an issue for you. And he said, well, go ahead and go. And he's thinking that she'll never reveal this. She'll never say anything because, I mean, she's afraid of me, pretty much. But then that one day, that video comes out in that hotel. He didn't see that coming at all.
I mean, that could be the case. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, like, if you was able to leave and it wasn't up under those pretenses.
It's Diddy. It was. But anyway.
Like, I don't agree, of course, what he was doing, but right. I just don't think everything is abuse and everything ain't forced.
Unwillingly done.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if you saying that them seeing money at the end of this rainbow
right
is what they're doing all of this for, like we had the conversation
money and
earlier.
A golden shower. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like those people that go over there to them other countries to let people do that same stuff to them.
I just don't want to ever have my conscience just wiped away, and I just say, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it.
That's what selling your soul is.
You're right.
That's what that is.
Because if you can get to the point of to maintain a lifestyle that you know you can't without doing certain types of things like that, that is degrading, that is to the lowest of levels, that have you looking back and questioning yourself, like, why am I doing this? It's not worth it.
But if you was on the drugs, and
so you're saying there's no way these people they're willy-nilly going in there doing it, like they have to probably be high or something.
We know the drugs was involved. Yeah. Like, now, like I say, I think she had a habit. Okay. So with this habit, I mean, he could be dangling the habit in her face, like,
right,
if you want this, then you need to do this. I mean, that's a possibility.
You're right.
But,
you're definitely right.
Like,
I'm pretty sure. Like I said, it's probably, like I said, the women that have to live those lifestyles, they probably have so much they have to do to maintain that stuff, and we don't know what they go through, like to get to the luxury lifestyle. But like you say, selling your soul, or just being like where you just are unhappy, always unhappy, like, I don't think that's worth that. It's not.
I mean, it's definitely not. I just say, like, when you bring drugs into that, that may have been more of a enticer for her to stay.
Okay.
Is because he's able to get these drugs and stuff like that. Right. Now, the stuff that goes along with it, like, evidently, she was okay with it for a long period of time.
They were together for a long time. They were.
That's where my mind goes at, and
the longevity of the relationship, like, you should have been left.
I'm not letting him off the hook. It's just the fact of, like, you can't blame somebody for everything, because, like, this ain't a child. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
she was very young when she got him. You know, she was 18.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, very young when they got together.
But I just say, like, at this point, like, she's not a child. Like, that's why I keep on going back to the Shannon Sharp thing. Yeah. Because they gonna say manipulation and all of that because of that type of age difference. Right. Especially if they did start at 18.
Now, Shannon is a whole nother level. 56. Shannon.
Diddy is what? 50 what?
He wasn't no 50 when he first got with Cassie, though. Shannon is gross.
But it's still going to be used as, okay, it's an older man, manipulation, all of that. But
this has been building on Diddy. I hate to say it.
But after a while, it turns into you're willing to be here.
Yeah. Like, I can't deny that. I mean, after... If you consistently been going through things with this person, like, you gotta say, like, I can't do this anymore. But to deal with it 10, maybe 20 years, that's a long time. Exactly. And that's definitely gonna probably play in his defense's side. So yeah, definitely gonna play on that side. Because they're definitely gonna be like, why did you stay for so long? So I know what's gonna definitely be brought up. I was afraid he was gonna do this, hurt me, this and that. So we kind of know how it's gonna play out. So like I say, those tapes, the evidence, that's what's really going to show, like, if you really were being abused or if you look like a willing participant in it.
The one thing, like, I don't know how the freak off tapes look, but the hotel tape don't help them.
No.
Like that,
I was shook. I said,
yeah,
wow.
that really hurts him.
That's crazy right there.
But see, I heard that could have been a drug issue.
Like when she was stealing something from him?
When she was leaving, she was trying to take whatever drugs.
Oh, and that bag that she had. Did she have like a bag or something? Oh, I didn't hear that part. That's crazy.
I mean, that's what I heard. Like, I can't say that is. You know how it is on the internet. They have all types of stories.
They have everything, all types of things that are put together. So, like I say, it's just gonna be pretty much her defense against, or whatever defense is going against his defense. And see who comes up with a story that makes more sense to the jurors.
He's ruined regardless, but I just know, just being realistic, you ain't abused. We'll move on. That's one of them stories. Because I know everybody just go along and get along, but I know
you're just trying to see the other side of you're pretty much looking at how long she stayed. I know that's playing a lot in your mind, because I mean, it do make you wonder, like, you should have been like left this situation or attempted to get some help in this situation instead of dealing with it for so long.
But
so I get that part too.
But all right, Kendrick Lamar's tour, flop or success?
Been hearing a lot about that too. I'm not sure what's happening. We were witnesses of it. I think he's actually got a fan base that's following him around the United States, and I think he's going overseas. I think it's a success. I don't think it's just people just filling seats. I think he actually has fans. But hearing otherwise from other sources, so I'm not sure what information is being spewed to say it's a flop.
Well, we'll go ahead and put it out there. Academics.
Not act.
Act. Academics. Well, the girl from the Breakfast Club. What is her name? La Rosa.
I couldn't tell.
The one that filled in for Jess Hilarious.
Oh yeah.
All right. So she said she took a rant that Academics had and basically said that.
What was the rant about?
Saying that he thought that Kendrick fans was bummy and didn't have good shape ups and stuff like that, and can't afford his tickets, so stuff like that. So that was before it actually sold out. But
Academics is so rough. What was that even about?
He eventually said the tickets will sell out. Whatever. So the girl put out basically like a tweet and a little clip, but the only clip she used was of him saying about the fans being a certain type and not having money, they broke and dusty or something like that.
See, we saw the fans at the concert we went to. No one looked dusty to me. Everybody looked put together.
Nah. And he was talking about like stuff that he had seen when certain songs was playing. There wasn't a big like crowd following. He said one thing about Drake concerts.
Yeah, It always comes back to Drake. Lord have mercy.
He said he said he loved Drake concerts, but he said Drake is not the best performer because he said it's more like a karaoke.
The fans sing along.
The fans sing it. So he said like sometimes Drake will just put the microphone down and let the fans sing it.
Yeah.
But he said like somebody like that, he got so many hits that that's the way it happens. But anyway, he was just breaking down the fact of Kendrick's concerts and people not singing along and stuff like that. But we had that conversation anyway. The thing was packed. Period. I know when we got our tickets. Like I always say, I'm not a Kendrick fan, but I enjoyed it. I sung along to the songs that I knew.
Yeah.
SZA songs, I wasn't too familiar with the SZA songs.
Yeah.
Except like the radio hits.
Right.
But the people who was familiar with SZA songs was going crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I have to say, it's a success.
It is. Like we saw people going bar for bar with Kendrick. We saw people going, doing every line of SZA songs. Like I saw people truly enjoying themselves, knowing those lines, back and forth. So I can't say people were not. And this is from what I saw in the area that we went to, which is Charlotte. And I'm not sure about other cities that he's been to, but he had the crowd where we were from. So I would definitely say he's a success in my eyes because people, everything I see, every clip I see, everybody looks excited. They look happy about it. It's like they're enjoying themselves. And a lot of them in the comments said it's the best concert they've ever been to.
I have to say, like we already didn't discuss it. Like it's one of my, well, it's the best concert I've been to.
Right.
So
definitely mine. Yes, and my baby enjoyed herself, so I loved it.
But I don't know, like Academics is a Drake supporter, which
along with Larry,
which all of us are. But like I can't take nothing away from Kendrick as far as the way this concert went or the way his concerts are going.
Yeah,
they're selling out. They're now as far as the fans not participating. I'm not a big participator as far as like just out there going crazy.
A lot of people say it could be crowds that are introverted in the section that he's in, and they just don't jump up and get involved into the songs and stuff like that. And they probably are having the best time of their life. They just don't jump up and enjoy themselves like that. But I feel he's been a success, so I can't call it a flop.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's a lot of hate, I guess. But success for me.
Yeah.
All right. Your next topic is the lady statue that's in downtown Manhattan.
Oh yeah, I need to find her name because I'm trying to figure out what's really going on with her.
And is that it?
Give me just a second. No, what is that?
Oh, that's a statue I found.
Not at all. You gotta look up. You have to look up. Let me see. They took it away. It's Black woman statue in New York. That's it. It's called the Monument Grounded in the Stars. That's her name. And she's a plus size woman, a beautiful 12-foot statue in the New York area. I saw it for the first time today, and I loved it because to me, it was the image of women I've seen in my family, friends, aunts, and all types of women. My mom, like it was described in ways that it just looked like an ordinary woman that I'm used to seeing, but it's not getting the love that I thought it would get. I don't think people are appreciative of that type of art. I'm not sure why, and I just wanted to ask you, why do you think it doesn't appeal to a lot of people? They don't like it, and they just don't feel it looks good to them.
People have just being real, people have a European mindset as far as what beauty is.
I've heard that a lot. A lot of times. I don't know what that's based around, because there are people of European descent that are beautiful, African descent that are beautiful, and I just never understood why it has to be a certain type of woman. Why does it have to be a certain type of size or just why is it based on one type of thing to be considered a beautiful person? That doesn't make sense.
I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
But why does she have to be belittled because of what you think beauty is supposed to be?
I mean, but that's what the saying is for. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever sees, like, beauty to you is a certain way. So beauty to the people that's hating on the statue is a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So it's really all opinion.
Right.
Now, like I say, I think the reason why those opinions are leaning negative is because of there's a certain, I guess, like, level or a certain status or whatever, as far as, not even status, what I'm looking for, but there's a certain mark that if beauty hits this mark, then you're beautiful.
Yeah.
If you hit under that, then you're not considered as beautiful. And they try to make that across the board. You can't make that across the board.
Because we're all different, all made in different shapes and sizes and looks and complexions, and just because she's one depiction of a black woman, it's not every black woman, but she is a beautiful statue that I don't feel deserves the hate that it is getting. Like, people have to quit being so judgmental of certain types of things. Like, I'm pretty sure that her plus size, the plus size of the statue is why it may be getting that type of hate. But plus size women are around. We're here, so it doesn't make sense that she's getting it.
I don't even think it's because of that. Like, what I get from the statue, it's a regular woman. Like a plus size.
They want it to be like a goddess, like something like that.
Nah, like they want. I think what it is, they want the statue to be curvy and about naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a regular woman that's dressed regular. Like, hell, it do look like she might have just got off work or something, or going to work. Like, that's her down day. That's not I'm about to go to this event tonight. You know what I'm saying? She, like I said, if she just got off work, she going home to cook or going home to get some rest or something. Like, I don't know. Everybody got this. Like I say, it's that mentality, man, and people can't be regular.
Right.
And with the way things is now,
you think the internet plays a lot in it?
Definitely.
Of what people want a certain person to look like, and what they feel a beauty standard should be like. Because when I see certain women, like I see women all the time online, and some of them are absolutely gorgeous. I own down to the person that doesn't have the big following. Like, I just see all types of women and how they dress and their styles, and I just see beauty in all types of women. And it's not just one type of woman or complexion that I see that in. And I just hate it's based off of I don't know what it could possibly be based off of, what men are seeing, or maybe even women are seeing, but it's just like we all have a different type of look, and just because you don't see the beauty in that doesn't mean it isn't a beautiful statue, though.
Yeah, like it's very detailed.
Yeah,
you know
it
what I'm saying?
is.
Like,
yeah. I love the braids. Like, a lot of women was like that. That looks like someone. It looks like me, and it looks like my family members. Like, and you see it in her. Like, you see women that like that all the time. So the artist really did nail that, because those women exist out here in the world, and they probably don't always get the representation. But this is good to see it in such a big area, New York City, or New York in general, which is a place so many people come to. So I hope maybe one day it's still there and we get to go back and I can take a picture with her.
I just think it's bad that when, as you say, plus size, when a plus size person or a plus size statue actually gets made, it gets scrutinized the way it's been scrutinized.
Yeah, you know, I take it to heart, because look at me. I am that woman. Like, I mean, it's like you can't, like, the women, plus size women are in this world, and we're going to be in the world. All of us are not going to be pencil thin. All of us are not going to be the most curvaceous one with the biggest butt, and our waistline is this big. Like, it's not going to be that way all the time.
What's crazy is, I heard this, I think might have been yesterday. The average size for a woman now is like a 16, 18.
So it is me.
Yeah, like that's the average. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, and I mean, and I'm not saying that, like, you know, I'm still, I still work on myself. I still struggle with my snacks. I still struggle with sweets and sodas and things. But we all want to get to a certain size of health, like where we're healthy, our blood pressure, everything is decent. You know, if we're going to the doctors, they're telling us everything looks good, everything is fine. We all want to get to that level, but like I said, we're not going to all be the smallest women. Even men, and we're all on a journey to try to be better, hopefully, and get our weight together and things like that. But everyone's not going to be a certain size, and I just think that no one should be judging another person because of how they look. I mean, we all do it, but it's just, I just don't get the hate that it's getting. I just don't.
Like I say, it's I think the word I was looking for is there's a standard.
Oh, definitely. Now we see that all the time. Like if you see someone that's a plus size and they're just like, people are in awe of them, that's not a really plus size person. They definitely got the flattest stomach, and they consider them plus size. But if you look at that person, they are not really big at all. Like they look very curvaceous, and they're gonna be someone that's considered in the top level. But if she's got like that belly or something like that, oh no. And like, now don't get me wrong, it's plenty of them I have seen on the internet that I'm just like, wow, that woman is absolutely beautiful. But I know the world would be like, she's not the standard. But there's some beautiful plus size women all over the internet that I see daily.
Like, that's why I be like with Drewski. Like, Drewski got the little show that he was doing or whatnot, and there was a girl that came on. Where's the Could Have Been Records or something like that?
Just as a miss.
The girl came on there like a young girl or whatnot. She was singing, voice sounded good and all of that. And in the song, she was like, "I know you want me something or whatever."
Oh wow!
And Drewski was like, "Actually, I don't." He said, and so he kicked her out or whatever.
Oh man!
But Drewski is making it. And I kind of respect that, simply because he's choosing women that is that plus size and stuff like that. Because it was this one girl, he was like, because she said something about she had a butt in the front and a butt in the back or something. And so Drewski was like, it look like you got more butt in the front than you do in the back. I'm kind of liking that.
You're so stupid. Oh my God. And she up there just believing him. No way.
But
no way.
Like, I think that's cool as far as he's changing what that standard is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just even if he's just joking about it.
Right.
But he's making them feel good and
right in the process of just enjoying being on the show and stuff like that. That's good, because you don't get that real often, and people walk away feeling bad or feeling ridiculed, and it's good to see somebody uplift them. That they're not probably really used to things like that.
So like that's what I say. Like, I rock with Drewski, but yeah, the statue thing, I think is like my last point on it. I think it's just it's like a statue of a regular woman of color,
right?
And it seemed like she could have, like, that's not saying that a person that looks like that can't go home and get dolled up,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But
and that could have been her dolled up moment. You never know.
Like I said, that's just like a regular day. Like, she might have just got off from work. She was running out to go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything.
True, that is true.
So, like, I don't think we see a lot of statues that represent that.
Right.
Like, the statues you see is real curvy, borderline naked. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to see something regular, I don't even think people really know how to take it.
You might be right. Yeah, that's true. But I think she's going to be a great addition to that area. And like I said, hopefully one day I get to see it in person. I go see the World Trade Centers and everything else, and the Statue of Liberty. I wouldn't mind seeing her as well.
Yeah, and take some pictures with it. And
of course, I will. I love a picture.
But there's a story I wanted to bring to you. I meant to look up the location, but there was a story of a man that there was two teenage boys that was trying to kick his door in at 3:00 in the morning. Okay, he shoots through the door and hits both of them. One dies, and the other one is rushed to the hospital.
Oh goodness!
They're charging him with murder because in that particular state, and it may be Ohio. Don't quote me on that, but in Ohio, if it is Ohio or in that state, whatever state it is, the law is the person has to make it through the door because the door is a barrier. The person has to make it through the door, and then if you feel like your life is in danger, like you can do what you need to do.
Yeah.
All right. So they're charging him with murder and like attempted murder, I guess, of the other one. And the boy that lived said that they was doing a TikTok prank.
Why didn't you do it at your house?
Why are you doing it at 3:00 in the morning?
And why didn't you do it at your house? Why are you at this man's house playing around
at the back though?
At 3:00 in the morning, one of the darkest hours of the night. What do y'all expect he was going to do? He didn't know what was about to happen to him. He could have thought someone was about to kill him. And he's being charged with murder.
Yeah, and I think he may be a felon.
Ooh, well, we see where this is going. Yeah. That's playing a lot in not in his favor, but that's definitely playing a lot in probably why they're charging him like this. And I'm just gonna ask, were they Caucasian young men?
I mean, they were lacking in color.
Caucasian. Okay, yeah, he's definitely probably going down.
The crazy thing is, okay,
I hate that for him because any regular person is going to do that. I'm going to let you get through the door and then almost get to me, hurt me, and then I'm supposed to shoot you then?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I gotta wait till the door is open.
We are in a state
of... man, they just got on a mask and gloves for no reason.
So this man was supposed to wait, sit there, let you bust the door down, and then shoot. Gotcha.
And I could just imagine at 3:00 in the morning.
How scared he was.
Boom. Boom. So I'm saying, like, because you got to be kicking hard to kick the door open.
Definitely knew he had something in the house. Because why are you over there at that time of morning?
Was the house random?
No. It definitely was not. That's crazy. That man could be going to jail for protecting himself. But I know that him being a felon is not helping him at all.
And so I was even looking at it like, well, what if, because he might have had a family in there with him. So what if the weapon was his wife's weapon? Or is a felon not supposed to be around a weapon, period?
I don't think you can. I don't think they're supposed to. Boy, that's a crazy story right there. I'm surprised I haven't seen that more on the news and stuff like that. That's crazy.
If you would have heard the way the news tried to
make him seem like the worst person ever.
What? And tried to make them seem like
angels.
Yeah, like there's no reason why
you can't tell me there is an excuse for any person unless you know that person. They're your relative. There's an emergency going on. You're at the door, banging on the door because you need to reach out to them. And for one, they're probably going to call you first before they even try to get to your home. And they're doing that at 3:00 in the morning. How is this man wrong? There's no way. There's no way. And either they're taking it up for them because of their age and trying to discredit him because he's the felon. And this is a backward story because I don't think it would be going down that way if it was black children. I do not think so. That's not right. That is not right. I don't know if he's going to be able to beat that case, but I pray he can get him a lawyer that can help him in it because that's not fair.
I personally don't feel he'll get convicted of murder. They're probably going to hold a fire to him as far as
having a gun. Yeah, and I think you can get some time with that. Like, you definitely can get some major time with that.
But I think the friend, the one who lived, I think he should be charged with murder.
Because you're a part of it with the other friend.
Yep. And
I've seen stories like that where I can't say what it was based on, but it was something that was a robbery. And I don't know if the cops killed 2 kids that were a part of some type of... I think it was a robbery going on. And I think he was charged with that, what happened to the friend, and he got like life in prison or something like that. And it's like, you can't do one thing for us. Well, it depends on state too. I can't say that. Depends on the state. So if that state rule requires the kids had to be through the door, then I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna play in his favor then, because every state is different.
I don't feel that friend like is y'all ruined that man's life that night.
And the sad part, he didn't know what was about to happen. He had no idea what age they were or who they were.
Like y'all playing around, ruin that man. Like, well, y'all ruin everybody's lives that night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You ruin your own lives and you ruin that man's life.
Right.
Like, that man wasn't bothering y'all.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I didn't like the way the news tried to portray him, and they found the worst picture.
I saw that one today. When I was just randomly scrolling, I saw that picture, that story today, and I was like, see.
And then you see how they found the nicest picture of the kid that died.
Never saw that picture.
Oh, you ain't never see that?
No.
They found the nicest picture that they could
They
of him.
always do. Make him like an angel.
And found the worstest picture of him.
Now, they're going to do that. They are going to do that. When they're trying to build that case, oh, yeah, they're going to make those, the ones that are in the wrong look like saints. And that one that, poor man, that made the mistake of a lifetime, all his past is going to be brought up. Everything's going to be brought to the front like he's the worst person ever, when he's just trying to be in his home and relax and rest, probably trying to go to work the next day.
3 o'clock in the morning.
That is crazy. And your own home. That's the crazy part about it.
But
it make you wonder, man, the world's so backwards. It's crazy.
Now we can use that to segue into
the next one.
Yeah. Donald Trump trying to do away with habeas corpus.
What is this?
Basically, habeas corpus comes into effect when you get arrested. That's you having the right to a trial.
And Donald doesn't want you to have the right to a trial?
If he takes away, or if they allow him to do away with habeas corpus, you can get involved in a traffic stop. Mm-hmm. And let's say you driving with suspended license, no insurance, and all of that. Goodness. So they're going to lock you up, right?
Oh, boy.
All right. Because you got locked up, if habeas corpus is gone, like they could hold you there for 3 years and never give you a trial.
Okay.
So, like, you know, some people have those weekend benders.
Yeah.
And they might get arrested on a Friday night.
And stay there all until Monday morning.
You know what I'm saying? Then they see the judge. This would make it to where you never see the judge.
And you say it could last however long they wanted to.
Basically, because you're not going to be on a list to be seen by the judge.
All I know is people better pray that does not happen, because people could be in jail for a long time. They didn't even do anything that even wants them to be there for that long. That's crazy right there.
And people get lost in the system anyway. But
I've seen it, but I'm not trying to be one of them.
So I just say, like, I personally like it's a story, but I personally don't think it's going to go past the.
This is just being presented to the court or something like that, like something within the.
Right now, it's just him talking.
But he's trying to bring it to where it could be a possibility that it actually passes.
But I don't think it's gonna go past the headline. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So is Donald just doing things to just be in the news, just bringing stories to the forefront, or just bringing things to the forefront that he feels will cause people to be in an uproar or something like that? Does it seem like that?
I really think so.
Donald like the type of do that. Yeah.
Like the stuff I'm saying, I don't even believe it.
Because a lot of things he has tried, I think they have denied it and stuff, like a lot of things so far. So we better hope this is definitely one of them, because it's gonna be some people hurt. They're thinking that, okay, I talked to the bondsman this day, and oh no, you're not talking to anybody. Like you're gonna be here until we choose to let you do it, if we choose to let you. Because that's just scary even thinking about.
Because like okay, when you go to jail, the reason why you sit in jail and wait for the judge and all of that, they have to get your stuff in order to be able to let you know, okay, you're gonna have a court date at this time,
lawyers and things if you need one.
But if you take this away, like that's why I say it's not gonna happen. Like, it's just something to talk about. Because if you take it away, you affecting jobs. If there's no trial,
there's no judge.
There's no judge. There's no lawyer.
So is Donald? So Donald trying to save money. That's what it sounds like.
That's why I say it's not going to go.
But it's gonna overcrowd, which they're already overcrowded, the prisons.
But did you also hear that he's trying to open back up Alcatraz?
No. Oh my goodness! Isn't that the prison was out on the a rock or something? What is Donald doing?
Like I was telling dude at work, I think personally the reason why he's doing all of this stuff, because of certain crimes. Like, this is his way of, if I slap your hand hard enough, you'll stop doing the buffoonery.
So this jail has been closed.
Yeah, it's a museum.
It's a museum now? Oof. I don't know. These things don't scare people enough. I mean, Alcatraz probably was full back then, so it's definitely going to be full now.
But I just think, I think that's the route that he's going, is trying to scare people into, kind of like a scared straight program.
Understandable. That's understandable. I don't know how. I mean, I would pray no one pushes, well, people do it every day, but you would hope no one pushes the buttons enough to be considered to even go to a prison like that. Like, that's crazy.
I would hope that you wouldn't want to go.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I always said it, and I know it's going to be, y'all probably going to say I'm crazy for this. Like, a lot of stuff that I disagree with is like gun violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very, it's taking over the world. Seems like it's so much of it going on. You hear about gun violence daily.
I say if you have multiple gun violence offenses, I say cut your hand off.
You're talking about when they start taking parts from someone. If you steal, they cut your hand off, or
no, I'm just saying like for gun violent offenses, and you got multiple, I'll cut your hand off.
Goodness,
you know
that'll stop some gun violence.
That damn sure will stop some gun violence. I mean, it'll probably, because I said this to a dude too, and he was like, "Yeah, but it'll probably turn into a whole bunch of people with knives. Which one you rather, a knife or a gun?"
Neither.
Which one you rather though?
You someone being attacked with one?
No, just in general. Like, would you rather the knife violence or you rather gun violence?
I don't even want to answer that. Seriously. For real, I don't.
Quit trying to be so politically correct. Which one you rather, gun violence or knife violence? I think you got a better chance at surviving if people got knives and if everybody
Everyone's
got
not
guns.
a Tory Lanez. We don't know if we'll make it. We don't know if we'll make it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I guess I'll take a shank. I'm assuming.
I'm not saying you being shanked. I'm just saying like
just having knives instead of guns.
Yeah.
Or if something was to happen, like it was. I think that's how it is in Britain, though. You hear more about like knives and things.
Yeah,
like
they don't
that.
even have. I don't think they have access to guns like that. Because if you get caught with a gun, I think it's
raps for you.
It's raps.
That's crazy. We gotta start
being
more.
But they say they run around with machetes though.
We gotta start being more serious about just people getting access to stuff like this, because this is like open carry now and things like that. So people just getting guns anywhere.
I'm telling you, start seeing a couple people walking around here with no hands.
That's just scaring me just thinking about it. Oh my gosh.
I bet that'll change.
That
some
violence
stuff.
is not for me. I just like to keep the peace. But you're right about it, as far as if you start bringing back that type of punishment to people, it'll stop.
Because I'm pretty sure you gonna have a select few that's gonna be missing. That's gonna be missing both.
Whoa. The nubster. That's crazy.
Like you gonna have a select
the
few.
hell out of somebody after that. Boy, that nub probably gonna be stiff to the chin.
But a lot of people gonna learn their lesson after that one. That one is gone. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you can shoot a gun with one hand like that. I think you need both. Don't you?
You ain't gonna be able to shoot no big gun. But hell, they can barely shoot. That's what the problem is. You can barely shoot with both your hands.
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking about that, like me being at the gun range thing and practicing with the guns that we were practicing with. They weren't even that big.
She get busy, yo.
Yeah, but the thing is, that was hard to do with just one hand. So I can imagine losing one of my hands because of gun violence, and then sitting there and losing both of them to gun violence.
Like, what made you double
Why
back to
would
go
you
in?
even? That's crazy to me. That is crazy. That's funny, but crazy. And I hope Nupster don't be out here doing that. After you lose one, leave it alone. Don't go back to that lifestyle.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but once I feel, and I mean, like I say, y'all know y'all gonna trip out about that.
That's funny.
But I feel once you see a couple people, like you go to the mall and you see like 2 or 3 people that you didn't walk past and they got a nub on one hand, like, shit, I bet you gonna be thinking twice. Bet you gonna be thinking twice.
Stupid. You're right. I'm telling you, you see some things like that, that's gonna stop you. It will stop me. It would stop me, and I don't even like football. It's like, y'all better be careful out here.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
sit you in the system. Oh, he's scheduled for a hand removal. Like, what?
The only way it'll be negative is if somebody was wrongly accused or wrongly convicted.
You got to make sure you got that information correct, because my gosh, the lawsuit is going to be nasty.
Oh,
it's going to be nasty. Then they're going to stop doing it. It's going to be the end of that.
It'll be ugly.
It's going to be the end of that run for the hand removals, because they're not going to pay anybody any money. know they're not.
But I just feel like for drastic problems like that, you gotta take drastic measures.
Right, because some people, they just don't learn their lesson when they're caught with a gun, or they keep doing the same thing. Like, something has to be done, and they for some reason won't lock the people away that keeps offending. They'll just keep letting them out in the streets. It's like, listen,
but it's like that's not doing enough.
And it's not, because they go right back to that lifestyle.
Because like they go in there and get around other people that got the mentality that they got, and it's just a revolving door. You know what I'm saying?
Is.
Like, you go in there you was clicked up out here, and then you got into all this trouble. Then you go in there and you get clicked up again.
Right.
Like, ain't nothing getting solved.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You start seeing a couple of your homeboys missing hands. And
it's just the hands being gone. That's just a terrifying thought. But I'm telling you that you're definitely right. It will work for a few of them. Definitely. If it doesn't work, I don't know what else could scare you. That's crazy.
And be like, man, you heard about what happened to Jerry? Yeah, I heard he lost his hand. Nah, since then, man, he done doggone turned his life around.
See?
I bet
he better turned his life around and lost a hand all in the same process. That's bad, but I guess it made him a better man.
Better man, you know what I'm saying?
Made him a better man.
But we can get into little fun topics.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen, or who do you have coming out of the East?
You talking about
in the NBA?
NBA. I'm loving what I'm seeing with the Knicks.
For some reason, I feel I'm loving it too. But
I don't know why I'm loving it, because I haven't been able to catch any games, like, because I get off kind of late or whatever. But I'm loving what I'm seeing with the Knicks, and I see they won tonight. So I don't know. I would love to see New York be able to celebrate. That would be crazy.
To go to the finals.
Yes, to go to the finals. I just can't believe Boston is going through this. I'm shocked, because they're so good. Like, you never hear about them struggling with competition and stuff like that. And they just won. Didn't they just win last year, the finals, the NBA finals?
I want to say it was last year.
Wow. Yeah, I think I have my fingers crossed for them. I hope they make it out of the East.
They got a road ahead of them. I'll tell you that. So if they do beat Boston, they're probably going to have to face Indiana.
I gotta get the backstory on Indiana. Who's on the team?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Don't play. You don't know who's on the team either.
So that lets me know they're playing as a team.
Yes.
When you don't know anybody, like, there's no superstar.
But I mean, you gotta be so proud of that type of collective as a group, because I have not heard anyone like Indiana. If they come out of the East, that would be crazy, because I haven't heard anything about Indiana, not even during like the regular season or anything. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now they come out the East. Who do you got coming out the West?
My hopes were for my boy Steph. I just heard he was hurt, so it's not looking real good for them, but I'm going to say probably Minnesota. Anthony's doing his thing. That whole team is really doing their thing, though. So I think they'll come out again, because we just saw last year what they did to Denver. So they're coming out, give me a second. Because they are saying OKC is good as well. So
I don't think OKC can beat Minnesota right now, though.
Think they're still too young.
I mean, Minnesota. Well, no, Minnesota got some vets
on there.
Yeah, I say young, but I just feel. I don't know. Ant-Man is a different animal.
He is. I caught some of his highlights the other day, and I was just like, I gotta start watching him. He's great. Like, he's really good. Besides all the little shenanigans on the outside of the NBA, but other than that, he's great.
He ain't Ja Morant.
I don't know. They kind of remind me of each other.
Nah, that's two different type of shenanigans.
Oh, no, not the guns. I'm talking about their playing styles. No. Don't do Ja. He likes his bombs and things. Leave him alone. And you can't be against the South Carolina kid. Don't do that.
I can when you making foolish decisions.
He ain't want to hear that.
Somebody got to say it.
Yeah. He's going to get it right. Ja's going to get it right. But yeah.
You've been in the league for a little minute.
He has. I mean.
Like, you ain't no child.
Hey, it's hard out here. You don't know who we hang with outside the NBA.
Why are you hanging with them?
Sound like a concerned dad.
I'm just saying, like, why are you hanging with them? And
I tell you, it is hard for some people. I'm not going to stray too far away from what we're trying to talk about with the NBA Finals, but it is hard for some people. They love that type of lifestyle, those type of people. Like, the rank of who he is, you would think that he wouldn't want to be involved with that.
Was you that type of person before you came to the NBA? That's where I'm having the trouble.
I do not know if he hung out with goons or anything. I'm not sure. It's hard though. I think for some people, we see it a lot. Like, you'll see people that they haven't made, and for some reason it's like the hood calls their name. I'm going to mention his name, but you remember the gunshots from the top floor of the apartment? We said he shouldn't have been out there, right? Why are you out there, right? And you making all this money? It's in them. It's something they like to do. You give me the money. I'll show you how far away I can go. I will show you how quickly I will get up and leave.
They say like when I left the streets, you know what I'm saying? When I left the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like
which street was it?
It was the street that there was one street that went like this and one street that went like that.
I see.
But
so it's crossroad.
Yeah. On the other side.
Okay.
But when I left the street, there was nothing nobody could call me back for. Like, I ain't forgetting nothing over there.
Okay. It's the false story for me. I can't.
How's it a false story?
Because I've never seen you live that type of life.
What? Just because I can't be in the street? Because I got both my hands?
I'm not fooling with you. You were a street guy, so I don't know where the story is coming from.
But what I'm saying is, you weren't with me 24 hours of the day.
You're right.
So,
it was 23.
So, but
Didn't
when
expect that, did you? I know.
When I decided to stop being out there,
mm-hmm.
like, there was nothing that anybody could call me back for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I ain't forgetting nothing over there, anything like that, because it was going to lead me down the wrong path, and I got a wife and a child. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, I got to go and make ends meet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you give a damn.
Right.
Like, some people I don't think they truly give a damn. Or maybe they don't have anything to give a damn about.
Like I said, with some people, like I think they know what they're doing is not right, but it's just to the point of it's just trying to have an image they're trying to keep. I'm a tough guy. I'm this. I'm that. They're just trying to uphold this image. What image they're trying to maintain, for who they're trying to maintain it for, I'm not sure. But it's the image has to be they're trying to keep out there in front of certain types of people. That's all I could think of.
I mean, some of it is for other people, and a lot of it is for
I'm telling you, a lot of that is for your. They're trying to. What's the word? I'll say hard in front of certain. And it's not. It's for men. That's the crazy part about it. It's not to impress the ladies. It's for men.
That's part of it, but it's for themselves too.
Yeah, for their egos and things.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard somebody actually told me this. Like, they walked away from an incident.
Yeah.
And it bothered them so bad that they walked away from an incident. I was like, but who knew?
Except them?
Except you and the person that you walked away from. Who knew?
Their pride was probably hurt.
So it's like,
Their pride probably was killing them. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even sleep.
Killing them. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard for some people now. They're gonna think about it until, shoot, they might circle the block. You never know.
Until they hype themselves up to go do something.
They can go on their life forever. Like,
ain't nobody gonna play with me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Something.
But we got way off.
We did, y'all. We sorry. We just trying to help the community. We trying to help the black youth out here. White youth too. Indian
just
or whatever.
Youth period. Like, you need to start. People just need to start thinking about their actions.
That's true. And just making the right decisions. Yeah.
You know that what comes with that is going to be consequences, and if you ain't prepared for those consequences,
stay out them streets. Do good.
But if back to the NBA, if New York comes out of the East,
they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna go fool.
And Ant-Man and them come out the West. Who do you got? Who do you got in how many games?
I'm gonna give it 7. I'm gonna have to go Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree. I go.
Not that like I say, I want to see New York celebrate. Don't get me wrong, I do. I just saw my dude Method Man the other day. He was so proud of his team. So if anything, I would love to see them win for Method Man because I love Method Man. But I would love to see what that series can do if those two come out, like to see how far it goes.
I feel Minnesota would get it.
You think so too? Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna take 7 games though.
4?
Yeah, it might be a sweep. Simply because New York versus Boston has been them being down in 2 straight games by 20. The game they just lost, they was down by 30. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't come back over that. Well, off of that. They just won tonight. So that made them 3-1 versus Boston. I haven't checked the stats or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But Boston, to me, is similar to the play style of Ant-Man and them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think Ant-Man and them is a little more active, honestly.
Right.
So, if y'all... But Boston go crazy with the threes.
Yeah.
So
I've been seeing that's still the method for a lot of people when they're down. It's like, y'all better drive to that hoop because that's not going to work every time.
Ant-Man and them going to drive on you.
Oh, I've seen them dunk highlights. Trust. So, I have seen them, plenty of them.
Like if you get down by 20 versus Ant-Man and them, I don't know if you're going to that's going to be a hard one to come back from.
Why are they getting to that point? How are they getting not blown out, but why are they getting down so low, so high early on? That's odd. And then to be able to come back and win is crazy.
That might be a coaching thing.
Who is their coach? Oh, you don't know?
If you wouldn't have asked me, I would have been able to tell you.
We'll Google it later.
Yeah, but I think that's a coaching thing. I want to say this. You brought up Method Man. I seen an interview with Redman.
What happened?
And they just asked Redman a simple question like, do you and Method Man hang out or whatever? And his response was, hell no. I don't spend much time with rappers.
What the? Method Man and Redman, the group that was always, the 2 guys that was always together.
Yeah.
Wonder what that was about.
I don't know. It didn't sound right to me.
Oh boy.
Like it kind of bothered me. Hell no. I don't spend much time with rappers. Now he did say like Wu-Tang, those that was my crew. Yeah. Like I call, you know what I'm saying?
So he said Wu-Tang as a collective, just as a collective. It wasn't really based around Method Man at all.
Yeah, he didn't say. He said the only people that he talked to is like as far as rapper. I forgot who he named, but he named Kid Capri, and he was like, Kid Capri ain't a rapper, he's a DJ. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, why you had to get out of like why you had to make it sound like that when the question was asked about Method Man?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I don't know. I wonder if they on two different paths now. You know, Method Man is more so. He is still performing, but he's still doing a lot of acting and stuff too.
Yeah, and Redman was
and they're probably in different lanes now. Like they don't really have the time of that anymore.
You was Method Man's brother in Power.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know Method Man was the lawyer and all of that.
Yeah.
You was his brother. When you got out of jail, or when Redman's character got out of jail, it wasn't Redman no more. It was somebody else. I think somebody that fell out.
I wonder why. That's crazy.
I don't know. But I think somebody that fell out. Something.
That's definitely something that's changed because they have been close for decades, and since we were younger, they always were together and stuff like that. So I don't know what that could be based on. I have no idea.
I just thought that was strange as far as the hell no.
There was a lot of emphasis on that hell,
yeah,
wasn't it?
You know what I'm saying? Like
if Method Man don't say nothing about it, it's not an issue. That's all I'm gonna leave it as. If it's not something they're both saying, I mean, that's the only thing I hate when you're interviewing Redman. Why are you asking about Method Man? Like it's based around him.
It was just a simple like they in a conversation or whatever. It's like, hey, do you talk to Method Man much lately or whatever? Hell no. When he ain't suck his teeth, that was me did that.
See you putting on stuff on Redman he don't deserve now.
But I just thought that was strange. You know what I'm saying? But if it's nothing, then it's nothing.
Yeah, it's odd for them too. I don't know what could possibly be going on because they were always like brothers, so that's odd.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. But
you gonna have to analyze why he said the hell like that.
Hell no.
Play it back slow, reverse it, see what we can find.
Yeah, hell.
No hell. Like, hold on.
No hell.
A lot of no on that hell. I don't like that.
There's a lot of no on that hell.
A lot of no on that hell.
But yeah, I think that's all we got.
That's all we got for the night.
Yeah. I've had a good time.
Yes, I've had a ball laughing with you. You are a mess.
But,
and I enjoyed the questions. They were great. Glad to be a part of the hot topics of the week. So I thank you for bringing me in. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Well, I'm glad you was able to come in and short notice. I know.
Yeah, with short notice because it's us, and you know these are things we can always talk about even if the camera isn't rolling. So, you know, I have a good time.
But we enjoyed y'all tuning in.
Yeah.
And let me say my one thing. If they could do it, you know damn well you can.
And this has been you want me to finish it out?
Yeah.
He do the piece up before I can get it out. This is Small Talks with Tish and Larry. You all be blessed. Have a safe week and also have a great night.
Peace.